Hello, is this thing on? Hello, hello, hello. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn, y'all. My name is Shiloh. Welcome to Boruto 2 Blue Vortex Chapter 4 review. This chapter was on fire, y'all. This chapter was on fire, y'all. Before we begin, I do want to thank everyone who likes, follows, subscribes. You know, we're doing this every month when the chapter releases. So if you want to see chapter 5 review, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Yeah, let's get to it. Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, the cover. We got Kawaki. Man, listen, I understand why Kawaki is dressing like this. I understand why Kawaki got this type of swag on. Kawaki is definitely going through a depressing teenage phase. You know, his idol is locked up. You know, everybody else thinks he's dead, but you know, he's alive, and Kawaki is putting so much responsibility on himself that like you can see he's stressed out. His hair's grown long as hell. He dresses like shit. He got no swag. It's horrible, but I understand it, unfortunately. So we got Kawaki on the cover. It says Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, the accumulated vortex of hatred. So I'm guessing there's going to be a yin and yang towards all of this. If you guys don't remember last chapter, it ended off Boruto was whipping Code ass, and Code retreated to the Ten Tails, and Boruto was talking to a Toad to confirm what was going on with Code, and long story short, he confirmed that Ten Tails was there, and Boruto was having a face off with Kawaki while getting all this information. So that was the last chapter. This chapter is chapter 4, Awakening. So let's get into it. Chapter starts out, we got Code looking at the Ten Tails. I don't know what he's planning, but you got Code just reminiscing on, you know, pretty much what happened, right? He remembers what Boruto said to him. He says, these are different now because you transformed them. Get rid of them while they're still under your control, or else we will end up in the worst future for everyone. That's what Boruto said to Code, I think, last chapter or chapter before. And Code's looking at the Ten Tails. He says, this thing only has the instinct to eat. How is it a threat, right? But he's still grabbing his chest from that Rasengan that Boruto hit on him, right? And then we go back to Boruto and Kawaki little face off, right? The Toad is telling Boruto, hurry up, we don't have much time left. And then Boruto says, can you be quiet? I'm not as skillful as my grandpa. I'm not as skillful. What could that mean? Let's keep reading. What could it mean? Let's keep reading, y'all. So Kawaki is looking at Boruto. He's like, you know, who's Boruto talking to? What's really going on? And then all you see is Boruto. You see Boruto's face. He says, found it. You see Boruto's face, and then you just see him flash into the dimension Code is in, using the flying Raijin. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's stunting like his granddaddy, y'all. We got a new yellow flash of the leaf. He's stunting like his granddaddy. Also, by the way, I want to point this out. We got another ninja who could use a jutsu better than Tobirama. We got another ninja using Tobirama's jutsu better than what Tobirama can use it for. Anyway, let's continue. Boruto flashes, uses the flying Raijin, teleports into Code's dimension. Code looks at him. He's confused as hell. Doesn't know what's going on, right? Because he's still under the Uzuhiko, right? Boruto ignores Code and goes to look for the Ten Tails, right? Code's like, Boruto, how did you get here, right? But Boruto's not really worried about none of that. He goes to look for the Ten Tails, and the Ten Tails is gone. The Ten Tails disappeared. Boruto asks, where's the Ten Tails? The Toad says, impossible. It certainly was here moments ago. Boruto is looking around, trying to see what's going on. The Toad is like, it's hard to think Code transported the Ten Tails. There wasn't any suspicious movement. He shouldn't have much ease to do it. So we don't think it's Code moving the Ten Tails or absorb the Ten Tails or anything like that. And Boruto is just looking around. It seems like he knows what's really about to happen. So honestly, we know he unlocked his Jogan. He's able to tell the future of some sorts. He knows what's going on, right? Out of nowhere, this is great paneling, by the way. I think Ikimoto does the drawing. Ikimoto is doing a good job with the paneling and the drawing in this. He sets the scene very well. While Boruto's looking around for the Ten Tails, you see a figure in the background, right? You see a figure in the background. And that figure happens to be Bug. If y'all remember, Code allowed Bug to get bit by one of the Ten Tails monsters. And I was mad, I'm not gonna lie, because Bug was helping out Code tremendously. So he got packed up, literally. He literally got packed up into a tree, and now we got Ten Tail, Juby, whatever you want to call it, Bug, right? So Bug's sitting there. He got the Renegon. He got the claw marks on his face, and he looks at Boruto. He doesn't even look at Code. He looks at Boruto, staring at Boruto. Boruto turns around, looks at Bug. He says, "Damn, we're too late." All right. Code, shocked as ever, looks. He says, "Bug? You know, what the hell, Bug?" And then we see a panel of, like I said, Bug was packed up in the tree, right? Boruto explains a little further. You're talking about that guy. You're talking about the guy that's being a tree behind. Is that Bug you're talking about? This is not Bug. What we're encountering now is Shinju. That's I don't think that's his name. We'll get into it. Boruto calls him Shinju. Code is like, what? What are you talking about? What are you saying? The Shinju Bug automatically attacks Boruto. Fucking pushes him into the wall, grips him up kinda. Boruto's kind of holding himself back. He's got his arms up for defense, but it ain't really looking good. I'm not gonna lie, right? Bug says, "Coming here on your own, you came to be feasted, Otsutsuki Boruto." So this Shinju character, Bug character, knows that Boruto is an Otsutsuki. I guess they can tell by the chakra resonation. I mean, he is a part of the Ten Tails, so that makes sense, right? You came to be feasted, Otsutsuki Boruto. I think it's crazy they call him Otsutsuki Boruto also. Anyway, Boruto looks at him, weaves some hand signs, and then lets off. It looks like a lightning jutsu. It looks like a lightning jutsu he lets off. It doesn't say which jutsu he used, but he definitely shocked them to create some space. It creates space, but Bug Shinju goes in for an immediate attack, and Boruto uses Flying Raijin to dodge the attack. I assume when Boruto hit Code with the Rasengan, he also planted the Flying Raijin marker on him, so that's why he's able to use it, obviously. But when you look at the paneling, he zips right to Code. So it looks like to me it's planted on Code, long story short. But anyway, Shinju looks at Boruto and says, "That's some sneaky jutsu." And Code is still confused. He's still under the Uzuhiko, so he's wobbling, his stomach hurt, whatever. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? Somebody explain it. Right, falls over. Boruto undoes the Usuhiko, sets him back to normal, and he says, stand up. I deactivated the Usuhiko. Prepare for the enemy's attack. I don't have time to explain it to you. If you don't want to die, shut up and support me. Now, I mean, Boruto, just like his daddy, that's something that Naruto would definitely do. I don't know if I would do it, but definitely like his daddy. He undoes the Uzuhiko and pretty much asks Code for help. Hey, man. Listen, I don't know if I would do it, but hey. Code asks Boruto, what happened to Ten Tails? Does it have something to do with the bug that has been eaten by the tree? Boruto says it's not only bug. All the others, everyone that has turned into a tree is evolved into this. Code looks and he's like, what? And then you see another character in the sky. He's flying. He's flying in the air now, and he says, the character in the air says it's chakra in quotations. And you see the face of Boruto and Code. Boruto looks like he knew all this was going to happen. He's not shocked at all, but Code is in a realm of disbelief. He does not know what's going on. He does not understand what the hell is happening. And the character, the Shunju in the sky, explains further. Pretty much the original point of Ten Tails is to absorb chakra and make a chakra fruit. That's their natural instinct. But because Code, whatever Code did with the claw marks, it caused the Ten Tails and these figures, these Shinju, to evolve to a point where they have an actual conscious. If you guys remember during the war arc, when Madara let loose the Jubi, it was just indiscriminately attacking everything outside of Madara. These look like they are looking to complete the mission of absorbing an Otsutsuki, right? It says, even the guy says, it seems like we've degenerated a bit from being awakened by you, us having ego. So ego is really just personality and, wants, needs. They've pretty much been humanized. It went from a terrifying beast to being humanized. Long story short, right? How pity, Code, thinking back, you were always like that despite your will. Your destiny is to be a clown being used by somebody. Laughable at a laughable extent, excuse me. This is another Shinju talking to Code, getting at him all crazy. I'm glad the verbal attacks are going at Code, because Code need to learn something. He shouldn't have been meddling with the Ten Tails. He had no business doing what he was doing. If he didn't try to cheat, because that's what it was. He turned the Ten Tail into usable monsters for his benefit. Instead of him getting stronger, we see Boruto. He got in the lab. Boruto got in the lab. Kawaki, we don't know if he got in the lab. Boruto got in the lab, and what Code did, he cheated. Listen. Now, this last Shinju character kind of look like Moegi. I'm not gonna lie. Kind of look like Moegi. I can't confirm nor deny. It's hard to tell. The one that was flying in the air, it's a male, but I've never seen this character. He don't look really familiar to me. I assume we're going to get backstory on each of these characters to see where they came from, because we know the first one was Bug. Now, after the Moegi looking Shunju, I know it's confusing, but pay attention. The Moegi looking Shunju attacks Code verbally. The Toad on Boruto says, this is not good. Boruto, get back. We have to rebuild our formation, right? But Boruto, because he's seen the future, he's not really listening to nothing what the Toad talking about. He got to see it for himself, yo. Boruto, he looked to the right. There's one more Shinju, right? He comes out. You can't really see his face. He got the hood on, right? But Boruto, no. You zoom into Boruto's face, he know. And you zoom into the Shunju face, and he can tell too, right? You can feel the tension in the room. The paneling is great. I'm telling y'all something. The paneling, the way the story is unfolding, this is great momentum, great paneling. You can feel the tension while reading, but then it jumps back to the Hokage office in quotes. Shikamaru not my Hokage anyway. He suddenly disappeared? Asked Shikamaru. You're saying that he can already use space-time ninjutsu? Kawaki pretty much says, I don't know how Boruto did it, but he disappeared after running away from Code. It seems like he was tracking him. Shikamaru asks, are you saying that the purpose Boruto came to the Leaf today is because Code was his target? And they pretty much have this back and forth conversation to figure out what Boruto actually wants to do. Kawaki thinks Boruto and Code are connected, like they're working together maybe. Kawaki also thinks Boruto got some sort of information from the sensory unit. Shikamaru says we're looking at the sensory unit, we're looking at everybody to see what's going on, right? And then Sarada comes in. This is why Sarada a real OG. This whole section is why Sarada a real OG. Listen, I love when I go and try to save the world and my girl at home fighting for me too. I love it. If I'm Boruto, I love this. Sarada come in the room, says, how stupid. Things are more simple than that. Code ambushed the Leaf. Boruto forced him to retreat. From the conversation they were having, it's so obvious you can confirm it with Ada. Pretty much saying that Kawaki and Shikamaru overthinking all of this. Now, Sarada, to be frank, Sarada has the ability, I guess you would say, lack of ability, I guess you would say. She has the benefit, is the actual word. She has the benefit of knowing what the truth really is. So she's able to come to this conclusion without seeing Boruto as the bad guy because she's not under Ada's spell, if you want to call it a spell, whatever word you want to use. She's not under that. So she understands what really happened. Boruto forced Code to retreat, and now Boruto's following up to finish the job. That's what Sarada's thinking, right? Kawaki tries to check Sarada. Kawaki tries to check Sarada. He says, Sarada, don't misunderstand things. Boruto is an Otsutsuki. It doesn't matter what his purpose is. He's an enemy we gotta kill because he's an Otsutsuki, right? Corny, boo, corny, right? Sarada says, you're also the same. So what are you saying, right? You're Otsutsuki too. What we gonna do, right? Kawaki says, it's something that I don't have to say, but I'm an Otsutsuki that kills them. You see, my power only exists to kill them. If the job is finished, I'll be happy to disappear, but you don't get to choose. You understand, don't you? And then Sarada says, don't make me repeat. I won't let you do as you like here as a ninja that aims to become the Hokage. Pretty much keeping them in check. Like, yo, you're not finna just make decisions because you think you like that. This whole conversation here is an undertone of, I know what you actually did, and one day I'm going to stop you. That's what Sarada is really saying. I know what you actually did. I know who you actually are. You loser, lame at Kawaki. I know who you actually are, and one day I'm going to shut you down, bro. And then here come fake Hokage. I hate fake Hokage, y'all. Quick rant. Shikamaru is still in the damn Hokage office. He did not move, y'all. The whole time he did not move. He's still in the Hokage office. Tsunade came outside. Everybody killed Tsunade during the pain arc. Tsunade came outside, y'all. Shikamaru's still sitting down. I can't believe this. Anyway, fake Hokage come out and say, guys, settle it down as the Hokage in charge right now before I get hold on. Guys, settle it down before I get pissed off as the Hokage in charge. I just want to remind everybody, Shikamaru is talking to two ninja who could beat him. I just want to point that out. Shikamaru is not that tough. He would lose straight up to Kawaki. Straight up. He would lose, get waxed. Straight up. And if we're going to be serious, y'all, if I seen Sasuke at 15, 16, however old he was, if I seen Sasuke at 15, 16 beat Danzo like 12 times, he had to beat him like 12 times. He pulled up to the 5 Kage summit and gave Kage's work. He was about to tie with the Raikage. And if we continue the cycle of this generation being way stronger than the last generation, Mangekyo, Sharingan, Sarada, and to be fair, I don't have no feats. I'm just putting two and two together. Mangekyo, Sharingan, Sarada. She should have Susanoo. She got high level Genjutsu. We seen that in the anime. She looked like she talking to Kawaki crazy, so she got confidence. She got the mind state right. She would 100%, without a doubt, wax the fuck out of Shikamaru, y'all. I'm being honest with y'all, yo. I'm being honest. So for him to do all of this talk like he big and bad, he's the weakest Hokage ever. That's one. The weakest Hokage ever. I'm sure Kakashi could come out of retirement and whack Shikamaru. That's one. That's one. Two, he probably the weakest ninja in this room. Not probably, definitely. He's the weakest ninja in this room. That's two, unless Konohamaru's in the room and we ain't see him. He's definitely the weakest ninja in this room. And again, Tsunade came outside, y'all. The third Hokage, when Orochimaru pulled up, came outside. The fourth Hokage during the Nine Tails came outside. Everybody comes outside when it's time to fight. You know what Shikamaru do? He sit in the Hokage office like a pussy bitch, trying to take orders. I'm telling y'all, Shikamaru's the next Danzo. I'm telling y'all something right now. Shikamaru is the next Danzo. Everything he's doing is bitch ass shit, bro. I'm telling y'all something. Continuing. Shikamaru asks about the tree. What is this all about? Are they trying to make a forest? Sarada says, I don't know, but at the very least, the people that turned into a tree are still alive. There might be a way to save them. From the way he spoke, it's just my impression, but Boruto probably knows something about it. Shikamaru asks the reason why he is after Code is because of that purpose. Regardless of the purpose, it's certain that he is an enemy for Code. For now, since Code is a threat to the Hidden Leaf, we should support Boruto and defeat Code. I am glad somebody gets it. Code is op number one. He just pulled up on y'all. Nobody else did nothing. Mitsuki, big quote unquote big man Mitsuki, who's ready to kill Boruto, didn't pull up, do nothing. Kawaki, who wants to kill Boruto, didn't pull up and do nothing. Shikamaru hid his ass in the Hokage office. He didn't pull up and do nothing. Your biggest op pulled up on y'all, and y'all quote unquote number one enemy had to stop him and him run away. Can we think how R. Kelly said, use your common sense, y'all. I love when my girl is at home fighting for me while I'm going to tackle the world. I love it, right? Let's continue. So we get to the Shinju, right? Now, Code is still trying to gather the situation. He's still trying to understand what's going on. He says, a Shinju with ego, question mark? What the fuck? What does that mean, right? But you see Boruto just staring at the last, whatchamacallit, the last Shinju, right? And you see him take an attack position. He pulls out a sword. Well, he's not pulling out a sword, but he got his hand on the sword ready to attack, right? The Toad in Boruto's ear saying, what are you doing? You failed the ambush. Hurry up and run. And then you see the last Shinju, and you see the Rinnegan. And, oh yeah, all these Shinju have Rinnegan, by the way, which is crazy. The Rinnegan is the new Byakugan. Everybody, the Rinnegan is the new Sharingan. Everybody got it. These niggas got Rinnegan. Anyway, says, what are you doing? Hurry up and run, right? Boruto makes eye contact with the last Shinju, and instantaneously, you see Code not even ready for this. Boruto is ready. Code not even ready for this. You see the Shinju. These Shinju can use claw marks, which is crazy. Crazy already. These Shinju can use claw marks. The last Shinju pops up with the claw mark, and his right arm is like a blade. So he goes to slice with his arm as a blade. Code not even ready. Right? Code sees it last minute, but Boruto's ready. So the Shinju swings, right? Boruto and Code duck, and Boruto, it looks like Boruto's getting ready for a counterattack, but as the paneling goes, when you look at the Shinju face, y'all know who it looked like, y'all. Don't make me explain it. Y'all know who it looked like, y'all. Y'all know who it looked like. Think about who ain't we see these last 4 chapters. Think about it, y'all. Y'all know who it looked like. It looked like Sasuke. It looked like Sasuke, which got me sad. I'm not gonna lie. It got me sad. Got me sad. But you see the swing. You see the dip. You see Boruto calculating. And then the Sasuke Shinju, he pulled out his Chidori to confirm it, y'all. I swear to God, y'all. He pulled out the Chidori. These Shinju can use the abilities of the people that they captured. He pulled out the Chidori, y'all. I'm not lying to y'all, yo. He pulls out a Chidori. Boruto pulls out a Rasengan, and they pretty much negate each other, which to me is crazy. Boruto hasn't used his karma, so Boruto is still in base, and a base Rasengan matched this Shinju Chidori. Now, could the Shinju be holding back? I doubt it. I really doubt it. But I think it's crazy that this Chidori and Rasengan matched up. So if you ask me, I don't think these Shinju are really that strong. If Boruto thought that him and Code could, if Boruto thought him and Code could have taken on all 4 of these monsters, I mean, hey man, same man. I don't think they're that strong, but we're gonna continue. The Chidori Rasengan matchup cancels each other out, right? And then all you see is the other Shinju just kind of looking and watching what's going on. Again, good sequencing, good paneling. It's good to see these other angles while reading, just to understand what's really going on with the situation. The other Shinju are just, watching. The one is still floating. The Moegi looking one is on the ground looking. And Code is just shocked. He doesn't really know what's going on. The bug Shinju goes in for the double kill on Boruto, like the sneak attack. Boruto blocks it with his sword. But then the Moegi looking Shunju uses an Earth style jutsu and catches Boruto lacking and pretty much clamps him up, unfortunately, right? Now Boruto begs Code, hey Code, give me a hand. You're also going to be killed anyway. And this is where I don't fuck with Code, but I understand. I don't fuck with Code, but I understand. Code says, even if I don't do anything, they on their own are trying to complete a shunju by aiding you. This is out of the blue, but not bad. Feels like one of the burdens off my shoulder, right? Hey, if somebody else want to finish the job, hey, let me dip up out of here. I feel him, bro. So Code, go ahead, use the claw mark. He dip up out of there. Boruto mad as hell, right? He's like, Code, damn it. And then the frog says, Boruto, enough. Run from here as soon as possible. If you die, everything will be a waste. And then Boruto looks around. He sees the floating shunju in the sky. He sees the Sasuke shunju. And then he uses the flying Raijin to dip up out of there. So he gets up out of there, right? He gets up out of there. Shunju says, you were lucky, Otsuki Boruto. Our ego has just awakened. The curiosity and desire for knowledge is flowing out of us still, surpassing our instincts of eating you. So pretty much, like I said, they're being humanized. They're given emotions, desire, curiosity, wanting to learn more, wanting to understand more. They're humanizing these characters, and that's pretty much why they're saying Boruto got away, which makes sense because they had him clamped up. It was a 4-on-1. I do think Boruto, I think Boruto's strong enough to handle 1, maybe 2, but hey man. They continue, flee wherever you like, wherever you are in this world, you can't get away from your destiny. So even the Shinju know what Boruto's destiny is. Everybody but Boruto know his destiny, right? Now Boruto, we see Boruto, he zipped out of there, he's sitting on a tree, he's looking at Sasuke's headband, and then we see a figure in the background. He walks up and he says, you want to instantly destroy this planet? Don't push yourself like that ever again. Boruto says, sorry, I rushed. And then we see it's Kashin Koji. The Jiraiya effect is still here, y'all. And this is good Jiraiya. This is not the horny, freaky Jiraiya. This is good Jiraiya. So that's why I'm happy. This is good Jiraiya. He says, I'm not trying to calm you down, but you should have known this was going to happen at a high probability. What we're going to do doesn't change. We're going to fight. And then we see Boruto look up and he says, sorry, I need you to wait a little more. Sasuke. So he's sitting in front of the tree where Sasuke was literally packed up and turned into a tree. And that's the end of the chapter. This chapter had a lot of information. I could not expect. Over the last month, I'm telling y'all, over the last month, I was sitting back thinking how this chapter would be different, right? How this chapter would go. I did not expect, even when I saw the packed up Konoha ninja turn into a tree, I did not expect that the tree packed up people would be bad guys now. So it's crazy. Sasuke is a bad guy. Very sad. I'm so glad Naruto don't gotta see this because Naruto would have went crazy. I'm surprised Boruto. I'm not surprised Boruto is calculated because when you think about it, he knows about all of this. He's seen all this, probably due to the Jogan. You know, it's just a lot going on. I do have a few questions. Question number 1 for the next few chapters. Where is Amado? Amado still ain't outside. We still ain't see a lick of him. He knows something. If I'm Shikamaru, I'm getting him in the room. I'm calling up some of the real ninja, and we digging in his head, bro. We figuring out what the fuck going on. He knows something. There's a reason why he wanted Kawaki to have the karma. And I think that reason is still important to this day. So we're going to figure out what the fuck going on for him. Now, question number 2. And I think I kind of know the answer already. But question number 2 is, why isn't Boruto using his karma? Now, if you ask me, it's because he know if he runs out of chakra, it's game over. What I think happened, and we haven't gotten the flashback yet. I think we're going to get a flashback. What I think happened is Boruto was fighting. Boruto was fighting one of those 10-tailed monsters, right? He wasn't as strong as where he was at now, so he was still a little bit weaker, right? This was a few years ago. He forced Code to retreat, but the 10-tailed monster was still there. He ran out of chakra. Sasuke had to put him down before it was too late. That's why he got the cut on his eye. But then because the 10-tailed monster didn't go away, if that makes sense, because he didn't run away, he was still there to fight. He went to go eat Boruto, and Sasuke jumped in and saved Boruto. That's what I think happened. Sasuke does seem like the nigga to do something like that. And that's why Boruto doesn't want to use Momoshiki's powers, because the only person who had any minute chance of stopping it is now packed up. So I truly think Boruto is trying his hardest not to run out of chakra. Even Kashin Koji says early in the chapter, you want to instantly destroy this planet, don't push yourself like that ever again. So to me it seems like even Kashin Koji knows, hey bro, if you turn into Momoshiki, the world is over. So Momoshiki is threat number 1. These Shinju, I don't think are really a threat, mainly because I seen base Boruto Rasengan match up with the Shinju Chidori. So it's like, how strong can you be, right? How strong can you be? I don't expect him to really be that strong, mainly because it's bits and pieces of the 10 tails. It's not even the full 10 tails. It's bits and pieces of the 10 tails. So how strong can you really be, right? We've seen higher level ninja like Naruto, Sasuke, Rock Lee. Rock Lee. You know what I mean? If you had to ask me, these Shunju would probably be on the level of 6 paths. Just based off what I'm seeing right now. This is a gross estimation. If I had to guess their level would be either when Sasuke first got the Rinnegan, or maybe if you want to go a little bit higher, Sage of Six Paths, Madara. That's the highest I'm willing to go. I don't think they're full Suzuki level yet. Now, question number 3. When will Shikamaru do something with his bitch ass? When will he leave that office? I know that office funky as shit, bro. I know it stink. He been in there all day sweating. He never come outside. They gonna have to get a brand new AC in that joint. And I guess my last question would be, what do the Shinju do now? They were real interested in Boruto. The Shinju flying in the sky said that, you know, they're going to wait and watch, trying to learn more information and stuff like that. Now, if they want an Otsutsuki to feed on, they could also feed on Kawaki. I think Kawaki would be harder to feed on because he doesn't have to restrict himself. He can use the karma. He's not in a situation like Boruto, right? So, do they pull up to the hidden leaf? I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And that's really it, bro. That's all the questions I have. I really enjoyed this chapter. I really am enjoying reading and reviewing Boruto. If you guys like it as much as I do, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much. Also, if you guys are into fitness at all, if you check the YouTube short part of my channel, I do a little bit of fitness stuff. That's how I've been able to grow subscriptions. So yeah, if you guys want to check that out too, I'd much appreciate it. Again, my name is Shiloh, LowXLow, YouTube, Twitter, LowXLow, and I'm out. Thank you. Peace.